Hey guys, good morning and happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It is 8 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. And this is going to be a somewhat short video. This is to the White House and to our President, Donald Trump. I would like to request that if you're going to pick one story, just please stick with it. Or one lie, please stick with it. Okay, right now we have this big story with Russian bounty. Russian intelligence putting bounty, giving the Taliban money to kill U.S. servicemen. There's reports that a car bomb that killed 3 servicemen back in March may have been directly linked to this. The Washington Post has uncovered money transfers from Russian intelligence to Taliban-linked accounts. Now, this is when I got involved in the story. When the White House actually responded and acknowledged that it was a story, that's when I decided, if they're going to acknowledge it, that means it happened. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. I didn't even take the time to know her name. This little blonde, I'll try to use good language here. The little blonde that comes on the press briefings for Trump. I don't know her name. He's gone through so many of them, I don't even bother to learn their names now. But anyway, she's on TV today, and she's talking about how she can't talk about top secret information, because Donald Trump is, we all know Donald Trump has never tweeted top secret information, of course, but let's not talk about that. So she says she'll never talk about top secret information, but she wants to say this, that by the Washington Post bringing this story out, it's endangered U.S. servicemen. Okay, I got a question. So supposedly, this representative of Trump, the little blonde press secretary, said, well, they can't get the story straight. It's either that these reports weren't credible, so they didn't bother telling him, which is astounding considering it involves U.S. servicemen being killed, and they decided they weren't going to even tell the president about it. That right there is a big freaking issue. Okay? Or Donald Trump claims he never saw it. Just like he never saw the people that he's been associated with, all the people went to jail. He knows nothing. He knows nothing. He never saw it. Okay. He never saw it, or it wasn't credible. I don't know what story they're sticking with now. Okay, but this is what the press secretary, the little blonde there, said. She said that the Washington Post, by putting this story out there, endangered U.S. servicemen. So my question is, if this story is incredible, and the president wasn't even notified that it was so uncredible, or he was notified and he didn't act on it because it was incredible, then how is it credible now? How does it all of a sudden endanger U.S. servicemen because the Washington Post put the story out there? You can't have it both ways. She's saying that it's endangering U.S. servicemen right now by this story being put out. So how is the story or the situation dangerous right now just because the Washington Post made it public? But it wasn't credible or dangerous or a situation back when Donald Trump was privately briefed about it and did nothing. Doesn't make sense. You can't have it both ways. It can't be all of a sudden dangerous because a newspaper talked about it, but it wasn't dangerous back when Trump knew about it and did nothing. You can't have it both ways. Kind of reminds me of Trump and his cutting back testing. It's a joke. No, it's not a joke. I was sarcastic, but I was serious. But then I did cut back funding. But I wasn't serious, but it was a joke. Sometimes I think he doesn't even know what he's saying day to day. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what he's saying day to day. He has no idea. This has been going on for 3.5 years now. What he does is he institutes some. He doesn't consult with his generals, with anybody else. He does something, and then he waits to see how his base reacts on it. If they react favorably, then he goes with it. If he gets more boos than applause, he says he was kidding, that he wasn't serious. It was a joke. So this is how he's played it for the last 3.5 years. This is how our international diplomacy our international safety, the safety of the country is being handled. Trump gauging how many thumbs up or thumbs down, whether he was serious or just kidding. Serious or just kidding. Yeah, this is making America great again. I don't mean to laugh, but this is insanity. All right, you guys have a good Wednesday.